Hello, everyone. It's Krista Janik here. So I know you want to have a little fun on here today because you clicked on this particular video. And you'll also see how a fun little topic like favorite places affects your business. So let's talk about one of my favorite places, kind of do a fun one. And I'd love to hear about all of your experiences with your favorite places. So one fun favorite place I've got is Pico Mountain in Vermont. So many people who watch my videos know that I go skiing every year at Pico Mountain in Vermont. And so what makes it so much fun is the camaraderie. We have so much fun skiing. There's a lot of confidence building when you go out there on the slopes. It's sort of a combination of dependence and trust in the sense that, or interdependence maybe is a good word too. So because a lot of it is about, I have to trust my ski guides as a blind person. I also have to trust myself and empower myself to gain the skills that I need to ski confidently. And it's really a progression for sure. So what would you say is one of your favorite places? So let's talk about a business place for a moment. So one business place that I find really useful is Panera Bread. And that can also be fun too. But it's certainly more of an everyday place than Pico Mountain in Vermont. So what I like about Panera is that it's a quieter restaurant, sometimes extremely quiet actually. It's a really good atmosphere to meet people and for business, for fun meetings, meetup.com kinds of things. It's a nice business casual atmosphere to meet people because meeting people is really important to me, building relationships and attending networking events. I've gone to a number of events that have been held at Panera. And it's much easier to hear people, talk to people at Panera than it is at, say, a bar somewhere. And they have food and drink for any time of day, which I really love. And it's affordable. You don't have to pay for a full dinner and you can still be satisfied, which I really enjoy. And of course, there are lots of other types of places that are fun. Like amusement parks are fun now and then. I love concerts, and I also love to ride a tandem bike when I can get somebody to ride with me. That's a lot of fun. So let's talk about local places. Are there any local places for you that you find are particularly fun or exciting or useful or interesting? So for me, one local place that I enjoy is the Homestead. So the Homestead is a place in Oyster Bay on Long Island in New York. And what makes the Homestead special, it's kind of like it's a restaurant slash bar. But what makes it special is that there are a lot of bands, lots of musicians regularly frequent the Homestead. So there's a lot of talent there. And they have an open mic every Wednesday, and they also have other types of live events. They've had festivals, both inside and outside, and they've got private rooms for private parties. I've been to some parties there for friends, and it would be an awesome place if I was going to host a party, to have a party and to bring people in, and it's nice and fun and cozy and affordable, and it's been there a long time. It's a little bit of a best kept secret, unfortunately, as are a lot of other businesses I've noticed, because a lot of people just don't know about the Homestead. So, and a lot of businesses have this issue, but in the case of the Homestead, they draw in lots of crowds because of all the musicians there, because it is the happening spot in Oyster Bay. And so word does get around, but and it's interesting because they don't advertise all that much. So over time, when you have a spot that's just kind of known by the locals, it certainly helps. But it's harder when businesses are getting started, whether it's online or locally, it can be hard to find your place. So let's think about that. What makes your business a good place to come? So we can talk either virtually or in person. A lot of the characteristics are the same regardless of which way we talk about it. So let's talk about characteristics of good places. A great characteristic of a good place is that it's suitable for a particular purpose. So one-stop shops versus niche offerings are kind of an interesting, is your business a one-stop shop where you kind of try to sell to everyone? Do you have a niche? So one-stop shops are harder to get people to switch to, but then once they try it out, they're more likely to come back. Versus niche offerings, which are easier for people who are in real need to find because they're easier to seek out. They can search for that particular niche that they're looking for help in, or that they're looking for a product or service, whatever it is they need, they can find it easier if there's some kind of a niche marketing message out there. And sometimes businesses can do both. They can market to different niches, and they can also have some broader offerings. So I'm a copywriter and I'm a PR professional, so I can work for a broad array of clients. I've worked for a frozen yogurt store, a lawn care company, all different businesses that I don't necessarily market to. And yet I try to market to the niche. It's kind of a broader niche, and as I go, I'm seeking more ways to gain experience in smaller niches too. I market to experts in their field who are struggling to get their message out. Maybe they've been overwhelmed with the options out there. Maybe they've had trouble keeping up with a blog, just not enough time, not enough energy for it. Maybe they've got so much to say, and yet they're not sure quite how to connect with their particular audience. So that's a niche. So, and then of course, the standard, why do you go somewhere? You go somewhere because it's interesting, it's fun, it's intriguing, maybe impressive, welcoming. That's one thing that's great about the Homestead, about Panera. Helpful, friendly, courteous staff people, good atmosphere, good people who attend, who go there. So that's how I look at favorite places. And I'm really looking forward to hearing from you all in the comments. And also, if you haven't checked out my webinar yet called Get Noticed Now, I'm going to be doing another session of it on Friday, 9:30 a.m. So please definitely check out that webinar. It's at actually you can go to wisewordsthatmatter.com/webinar. So thanks so much for watching, and I will be back next week. And I'll see you on Friday if you register at wisewordsthatmatter.com/webinar.